Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be reviewing the Laing P4-S. What's up guys, it's Austin with Glory Visuals and welcome back to another gear review video. And like I mentioned in today's video, we're going to be talking about the Laing P4-S. Now you probably have never heard of this. If you have, then good on you, because it's kind of hard to find. But this is a piece of gear that we purchased very early on in our business. I think it was one of the first pieces of gear that we bought, because we needed something to get steady shots. We couldn't afford a gimbal. We didn't really want to buy a gimbal, and at the time there weren't that many great options, so decided to go with this from a recommendation from a friend. We actually used his on one of our very first shoots ever, called The Church. It was a shoot for our church that was actually kind of the start of our career, so it was kind of cool. But we used this on that for the first time and really fell in love with it, wanted to use it more, wanted to use it on wedding films. And so what this is a, I guess you could call it kind of your Glidecam style of stabilizer. So obviously Steadicam kind of invented this whole system with the counterweights and the gimbal in the middle, and really the goal is to move the center of gravity from the camera into something that's below the camera so you can stabilize it. And so this is inspired by Steadicam, then Glidecam kind of, you know, inventing the trend of the handheld stabilizer, where you didn't need a big vest, and really marketed more towards mirrorless and DSLR. So this is kind of an offspring from that, you could say. And the most direct comparison I could give to it is the Devin Graham Glidecam. It's very similar in the way that you adjust the sled and just the way that it's created and composed, the materials that it's made out of. And so if you're looking for something to compare it to, I would say probably the Devin Graham Glidecam, which I believe is $600 or $700. So this right now is going for $129 on Amazon. So very cheap way to stabilize your footage, and you really get a lot for that. So I'll kind of break it down. Everything in this whole device is made of metal of some sort, or carbon fiber. So the post is made of carbon fiber, keeps it light, but it's super strong. We've packed this up in suitcases and taken it to other countries. It's been in the ocean, not to the ocean, it's been in the ocean, and it's been in the sand. It's been left in a hog pen, getting hog doo-doo all over it. So it's been through some stuff. It's a little dirty, it's got some scratches, you know, it's not as pretty as it used to be, but it still works exactly the same as it always has. So you get this metal piece of equipment, you get this gimbal here, which is awesome, and even after 3 years of heavy use is still super smooth, very, very easy to move around. There's no friction or weirdness there. And what I like about this Glidecam over, you know, like a HD 2000 or HD 4000 is this has what the Devin Graham Glidecam added, which is the ability to fine-tune the sled left and right and front and back using these knobs. This knob has actually broken on ours, so it doesn't work, but you just push the sled forward and backward and it works fine. It's still easier to adjust than the old Glidecams. And so really, like, the main selling feature of this is the price, right? So you're getting something similar to a Devin Graham Glidecam in terms of how much it can carry, the quality of the materials and everything, and the features of the adjusting, easy leveling, all of that stuff. But you're getting it for 129 bucks. Like, what? That's crazy. And so something like this that was $129 doesn't require batteries. It won't die on you. It won't randomly recalibrate on you or wig out. It is just a piece of metal, and so it's not going anywhere. You can set it up against something, it'll be fine. You don't need a stand for it. You can just drop it on the ground. And so it's really great for weddings, especially because you don't have time on a wedding day to be dealing with all of that stuff. Do I have charged batteries? Do I have extra batteries? Like this thing, you just pick it up, it works every single time. So that would be, I think, the biggest selling selling point of this is really just the overall value. I don't know if you knew about this product before, but if you do now, great. If you're looking for a way to get into stabilized video shots, this is a great way to start, and a really cheap way to start getting some really awesome shots that you sometimes can't tell if they're on this or a giant Steadicam with a massive camera on it. It really is cool the amount of stuff that you can put out with something as cheap and simple as this. Now, I will say, disclaimer, if you're a gimbal user or if you've never used something like this before, there is a pretty steep learning curve to using these. So that's, I guess, the sacrifice if you want. There's always a compromise, right? So there's never the perfect tool that's everything you want and it's super cheap and, you know, it does everything for you. So the compromise here is that you have to learn how to use it. It's not like a gimbal. You can't just power it on, it levels it for you, and it takes all the work out of keeping the camera steady and level for you. This is a manual tool, and it does take a learning curve. There's tons of videos out there on YouTube, but the best teacher for this is practice. When we first got it, it took both of us months of shooting with this every weekend, weddings, at commercials every single week, to really get this down. And even to this day, we're getting better at it. So if you decide to go this route with a handheld kind of Glidecam style stabilizer, just be patient. I've seen people get themselves into something like this and then end up selling it and getting a gimbal because it's easier. Be patient, because I promise you the shots that you can get with this, and especially the money that you'll save that you can invest into other pieces of gear that will really make a great difference. Be patient with it. Don't try to rush it. Take your time, practice at home, you know, practice all the time. And so lastly, I just want to show you guys how we set this up. So we have here our rig that we use for most everything. So we have our Sony a7 III, Sigma 35 Art. That's typically the lens that will run on this just because it makes sense as a wide moving shot. Small HD focus monitor with the Core SWX flat pack battery, which is awesome. And we use these little quick release plates, so you can literally just snap this on there and you're good to go. I'll have to balance it. I'm not going to do that today, but this is kind of the camera setup that we run. It's nice because you get the monitor right here where you can see your shot really easily, and then if you want to go into low mode, you can just tilt it down, flip the rig upside down, go into low mode, and that's pretty much it. This wasn't a long review because this isn't a super complicated product, and that really is maybe its greatest selling point, is that it is such a simple tool in terms of how it works, how it's built, and it's a tool that is going to last you years and years and much abuse, way more than you probably could put a gimbal through. And so if you're looking for a way to get into stabilizing your footage, this is a great place to start. It's the Laing P4-S. It's $129 on Amazon, and by the way, we'll have links to all of this stuff in the description down below that you can check out if you're looking to buy this stuff. And that's pretty much it for this review of the Laing P4-S. Make sure you subscribe to our channel to see more reviews. Hit the bell to be notified when we post new videos, posting new podcasts every Wednesday and new YouTube content every Friday at 5 p.m. So stay tuned for that. Can't wait to get you guys more content. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what products you want to see us review. Let us know if you have any questions, and we will see you in the next video.